through. So, setup wise, as we said, with this shaft angle, just for me a little bit too much lean there. As a result of the shaft being leant forward, your hands were getting a bit more on the side of the club. It was a more natural position to put your hands on the club. If we put the hands on the club really far forward, you wouldn't really want to put your hands that far over here to try and grip.
Twisted,
exactly. Yeah. So you'll always find wherever your hands are, the sort of top of your thumbnail will sort of point towards the middle of your thumb. That's like a comfortable position for your thumbs to be. So when you're over here with your hand, well, naturally they're going to sort of hold the club this way because again, thumbs point. You're not going to sort of try and grip it this way. Likewise, when you're over here, you're not going to do it this way. Your hands will always sort of follow the sort of thumb point back to the centre of your body. Okay, so if the hands get pushed far forward, your hands now get too far underneath.
It's all set up right.
When the club then comes back to golf ball, it's going to be hitting that sort of low hooky one there, and then as a result of that, you then try the ball out to the right or change your feet position, and the club then bottoms that early, as we said, and you top it. Okay, so making sure that club is sort of nice and neutral there now, and that's fine. Better. Just do your left cheek, that's absolutely fine. It's just slightly forward there, okay, sufficiently enough to keep the loft on the golf club that we need, and at the same angle to get the club to come back down to the golf ball. Okay. Now in terms of the swing, as we were talking about last week, takeaway is good. No sway off the ball there now, staying nice and centered over the ball, keeping your width in the swing, coming back to the golf ball. Your left arm is starting to bend just a smidgen there, but sufficiently enough with a decent posture now, and the thought of not staying down any longer, your body can still twist. You can see now there's a bit more twist, and your head is coming up. Okay, you're rotating the body nicely. He's coming through more, they're coming through more, and that's coming through a lot more, you see. And that's just, again, with a bit of practice. You've done
just the continual practice.
Yeah, exactly. And the way to look at it is...
And not only that, it's limbering up the muscles that
I haven't done that with exactly. Before. And that's the thing sometimes. When people play golf, it's like, well, hang on, no one's ever really used that muscle in that way, or that joint in that way. So when you do it for the first time, it's almost like dancing, I suppose, because if you've never done that move... Doing it when you try and do it at speed, because again, a golf swing at that speed, I mean, it's 60 mile an hour plus. You try and learn a dance step at that speed, you'd be falling flat on the floor. So you would sort of do it slow, just to try and feel the move and just get yourself, okay, understanding what your brain can engage. Okay, right, my leg needs to do this, so let's try and do that. And then with a bit of practice, you can then speed things up. So I never say to anyone when they're playing golf, slow it down. We want to create clubhead speed. But if when you're trying to make an adjustment or learn a new skill or a new movement, do it slower to start with until you get better at it, and then you can build up the speed. Otherwise, if you try and go all guns blazing first of all, you'll never do it. You'll tend to go back to what feels comfortable because that's kind of your habit, and then you'll go back to square one again. Okay, so but I mean overall, I got to say though, the swing, the movement, there's a lot more twist with that body. We can see you're not keeping your head down any longer than you need to.
So it's better than last week.
Oh, massively. And what you'll see is now is here's sort of where you were last week, okay, with your swing. Here's your swing now, but the shaft was going a bit far forward. Here's a better move, and you sort of like create a timeline going down bit by bit.
Right.
And what you'll do by getting these videos now, as we'll send them through, a lot of people sort of keep, I mean, some guys have got their videos from sort of 3 or 4 years ago, but they've kept them, and they sort of save them in a file on their desktop or in their laptop or whatever it may be, or the link on YouTube. And so when they go back to, why am I topping again, or why am I duffing this, they actually sort of name them, chipping lesson or bunker lesson or why I top lesson or dry or whatever it may be, so then you can go back, because we are creatures of habit. In 6 months time you'll be, oh, why am I topping it again, or why's the ball going left again, oh yeah, doing that again. And that's what it's there for, and that's why I have that sort of archive, shall we say, so you can always keep going back and forth checking that and going from there. Okay, but that makes sense. So the shaft is a bit more neutral, certainly a lot more,
because it's like that, you've got the right pitch on
the angle, exactly, the angle of the golf club now. You've got 7 irons, got mid 30 degree of loft. If you push your hands forward only 5-10 degrees,
the club.
It's now a 5 iron. Well, a 5 iron's got enough loft to go up in the air as it does, but it's going to go left. Then when you go to 5 iron, you know, you've got a 3 iron. Then you go to driver, you've got a putter. Not going very high up in the air, is it?
No.
Okay, good. I'll have a couple more then.